What is up, you wonderful people? My name's Cody Warner, and in this video, I want to give you the key to making stuff that people want to watch and want to continue watching once they've started watching it. The key, as you might have guessed, is story. And you don't need to go to film school or take classes in storytelling, story writing in order to be a good storyteller. You can, by all means, do. I did that and I learned some stuff. But many of us have been telling stories since we were kids and are good at it. But when you take it from just telling a story to your friends when you're hanging out over to, I need to make this video, it can feel overly complicated, overly complex. It's really not. I'm gonna try to simplify it as much as possible so you can just get out, start making stuff, start telling stories that you already have inside of you. Traditionally, a story has 5 main elements: the characters, the setting, the plot, the conflict, and the resolution. Simplified for the internet age and telling stories on the internet, you need 3 parts, 3 components: a hook, an adventure, and a payoff. That, in a nutshell, is a story. So keeping that framework in mind, you can pretty much put anything you want to in a video as long as it's motivated by one of those components. Just a couple of examples. I recently wanted to try something out with my one wheel and zooming in and out in post. And yeah, that maybe I could have just put a video out on that, and here's a one wheel zooming in and out in post. But the footage becomes a lot more compelling when I tell you that I'm going to donate blood, and that's the reason that I'm on this one wheel. These drone shots of the beach, absolutely fantastic, fun to watch, but again, take on way more meaning when I set the stage with our family is going out on a trip. This is the first time this summer. Lastly, a slow motion sequence of donuts out in the wild, like, yeah, okay, I guess. But when you know that I was trying to film $1,000 worth of donut commercials in a week, it makes that make sense. So whatever you want to put into your videos, you can just think about the storytelling motivation behind why you're using those shots and how do they enrich the story. This is applicable in short form the whole way up to long form feature length, okay? So whether it's a 15-second Instagram story or a minute-long TikTok, or whether you're making a feature-length documentary or just something for YouTube, whatever it is, you need to be thinking about what's the hook, what is the adventure that gets to the payoff. If you can just set everything inside of those 3 parameters, you're giving yourself a way better shot of getting someone to click, getting someone to watch, getting someone to get interested in what it is that you're putting out, and then also continue to watch the whole way till that payoff. You hear it so often. I can't get started, I can't make stuff right now because I don't have a good enough camera, I don't have a good enough setup or lights or whatever it is. Cameras, lights, production value, they all have their role. But I'll tell you, if the story is good enough, it does not matter what medium it's told on. People are going to want to hear it, to watch it, to see it, to engage with it. Find a great story and then use the tools at your disposal to tell it. I hope this was helpful. If it was, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, maybe drop a comment about how you incorporate story into your short form, long form stuff. Would love to engage with you there. Thanks so much for being here. Get out there and tell some stories that matter.